Hi everybody, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name's Baron Collins Hill, and today I'm going to help you unlock the mandolin fretboard by understanding some ideas about octaves and unison notes on the mandolin, where to find them, what some of your options are, and hopefully that will help you as you move up the neck on the instrument and get away from the home position. You'll still be able to keep your bearings and know where you are at any given time. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at some of these guideposts. So the first thing I want to point out, you may already know, and that is, let's take the G string, for example, and play the 7th fret on the G string. It's a D note, which is the same as your open D on the next string. Likewise, the 7th fret on the D string is the same as the open A. This is a great way to tune your mandolin if you can get one reference pitch and maybe don't have your tuner with you. 7th fret on the A is the open E. So that's the best place to find unison notes on the mandolin. Unison just means the same note. So again, 7th on the G, open D, 7 on the D, open A, 7 on the A, open E. Those are little groups of unison notes. Now, the other thing we're going to be looking at today is octaves. So octave is just the same note, but pitched higher. So we have a G on the open G string, and now we're going to be looking for another G, but higher. So if we count up, maybe the G scale, we have G, A, B, C, open D, E, F sharp, G, and we've gotten back to G, 5th fret on the D string. So open G and 5th fret on the D, that's an octave. And likewise, just with those 7th fret and open string unisons, the open D string is going to be the same as the 5th fret on the A string. So there's an octave apart of the D note. And likewise, with the open A string and 5th fret on the E, we have an A and an A. So we have G octaves, D octaves, and A octaves. Now what that unlocks is we can start to move that idea up the fingerboard. So if we move both of those notes up 1 fret, our G becomes a G sharp, and this G on the D string becomes a G sharp on the D string. Now it's a bit of a stretch, you can use your pointer finger and pinky, but ultimately that is also an octave, so G sharp, G sharp. Let's keep moving it up. A, 2nd fret on the G string, and A, 7th fret on the D string, 3rd and 8th, 4th and 9th, 5th and 10th, 6th and 11th, and 7th and 12th. And we'll stop there. So what that shows us is any given note on a lower string, let's take the 3rd fret on the G string, if we take that note, go over, same fret on the string higher in pitch or closer to the floor, and then up 5 frets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we have an octave, so that in that example is a B flat and a B flat, 3rd fret on the G, and 8th fret on the D string. So those can be found all over the instrument. It also works on the D and A strings. And same with the A and E. That's a great way also, as a musical example, to give a little extra kind of pop to some music, is just throw in a little octave pair together, or maybe even 2 octave pair. You can have the open D string, 5th fret on the A, 10th fret on the E. Gives it a nice little punchy sound. So I'm going to stretch that idea just a little bit further in this lesson, and then I'll let you go. But let's go back to the 2nd fret on the G string. And then let's find the octave of that. It's going to be the 7th fret on the D string. And now from that first lesson we learned is that 7th fret on the D string is the same as the open A. So another way to find that octave pair is to go from our initial note 2 strings towards the floor or higher in pitch, and then back 2 frets. So we have 2nd fret on the G, 2nd on the D, 2nd on the A, and then back 2 frets, 2, 1, 0. So we have an A, 2nd fret on the G string, and an open A, on the A string. And now we can move that around. We can go the 3rd fret on the G string is a B flat, go 2 strings towards the floor, back 2 frets, and we have 2 B flats, 3rd fret on the G, 1st fret on the A. And now from there, you can slide that around, and it's always going to be an octave. So that's a great way to sort of find a reference point on the instrument. And again, that works on the on the D and E strings as well. So by skipping a string in between and going back 2 frets, you get another place to find the octave. So by playing around with those unison notes and octaves, you can start to get a little better sense and maybe a little different view of how the mandolin fretboard is laid out and how you can sort of find your place if you find yourself on a note. Generally, it's great to know what note you're playing at any given time, but maybe you say, okay, here's a 4th fret on the D string. Where's my other octave? Well, it's 2 towards the floor and 2 frets back. We have an F sharp in retrospect. You can say, okay, that was an F sharp on the D string, 4th fret, and F sharp, 2nd fret on the E string. So that can help you kind of map things out and keep you in a little better understanding of where you are at any given time. Hopefully that was helpful. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video soon. Bye-bye.